All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Brown may be the best all-around wideout in the NFL, but he might have his hands full here. The man in charge of trying to blanket him this afternoon, Desmond Trufant. Can't wait to watch this battle unfold.
And this is going to be a blast because when we talk about Desmond Trufant, bloodlines comes right into play, doesn't it? Older brother played in the league and played so well, so you can imagine what he learned from him in those backyard tutoring sessions.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Hey, let's go.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tuesday. Let him go.
On second down, here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Tuesday.
On third down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
20, 25, 22.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Gun. 21. Gun. Hey, gun. We go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And that's the connection, Ryan, to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Oh, another great move. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On third down, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's got some space here. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 66 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. This is intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out come the Falcons now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tuesday. 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big-time run after catch. They love those rack yards.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
20, 21.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Hey, gun. Ready. 22. 21.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is third and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And that will be incomplete as well.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Here we go. Hurry up, let's go! Everyone, King.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him. even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Let's go, let's go. We got three, fellas, we got three. Show that bench release and go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense: find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. A screen to Bell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, express, ready. 5:25, ready. 11, wait. Hey, Tuesday, let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Fighting through, and he's got space. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 70 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This will be fielded at the 17. He spins free. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Ryan now off the bootleg. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
39. Ready.
Now the pitch to Freeman. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Tuesday. Let's go. 11.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And that is incomplete here.
Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
41.6 million minus 200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
Get up!
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
22! 280! Wait, 25! Wait! 21! Gun! Get
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans. Was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, That's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013. 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Caught by Sanu. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 25! Hey, Tuesday. 20, 20! Gun!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, 54, South! Ready, blue 80! 12! Get up! White!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Gun! Hey, gun! Gun! Hey, Tuesday!
On 2nd down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey! Ready, sit on that! Ready! Hey, South!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tack McKinley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Ryan on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
230.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And the Steelers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A give to Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. You got the big lead defensively.
willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 37.
Hey, Tuesday. 12.
To throw again is Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.